Good morning. It's about 20 to 9 in Pinellas Point, St Petersburg, near Tampa. This is another photograph that I took yesterday or the day before of Fort de Soto at high tide. It's a fantastic beach with white sand, very gentle at the moment, very gentle sea, and the weather is just sublime. So because it's a very complicated scene, I'm going to ruthlessly simplify. So I'll put a horizon. I'll go lower with the horizon. So I'll just come across here. Try and get it horizontal. And then we've got lots of cut off pine trees. I think they've been cut because they were dangerous with the hurricanes, if people, or with the high winds that you get around here. So I think the authorities cut them down for safety reasons in case they blew over and ended up on someone's head. So we've got all this bit of a beach around here. Lots of foliage, grasses. So just an impression really, I can't do much more than that. Certainly not in a half-hour demonstration. So we'll just come up here with this part of Florida is very, very low-lying. I don't think anything around here is more than 13 feet above sea level. And originally it was a Seminole Indian country. Oh, that's gone in the wrong place now. Alright, I'll just have to rub that out on my rubber. Oh, that should have been lower down there, so let's get that coming up here underneath. That's lower than the horizon, that bit, so we'll just lots of grasses and one or two just coming up here and there. Oh, a little breeze is blowing up. Oh, there's just sand around here, and just like the edge of the sand with the what's left of the pine tree roots and things growing in the sea. And we've got lots of this twigs. You have to look for your verticals in paintings like this, otherwise it will be all monotonous. You've got to put in these that are very important. If you just do flat landscapes all the time, with just hardly anything above the parapet, it looks a bit stilted. So we've got one tree here. Oh, can you hear the wind rustling? Right, okay, something like that. Right, okay, that's all we're going to do on that. Get the hake, and I'm going to wash in. There's not a cloud, well, hardly a cloud in the sky at the moment, just a bit of wind ruffling. So I'll just give this a wet all over. This is the Canson paper that I bought at Michael's. I believe it's a chain of large hobby shops, craft shops. Put everything in for whatever you want to do, from needlework to painting, from woodwork, all sorts of lovely stuff. And they were selling 30 sheet blocks of this Canson paper, £140, for buy one get one free for $16, which I thought was a fantastic price, considering how expensive art materials are. We've got a bit of a peninsula sticking out here. Further up, there's all this coast you can't see. It's all barbecue areas, shower areas, conference, mushroom-shaped roofs with lots of seating. People, it's just a wonderful playground. It's beautifully looked after. You have to pay tolls to get there on the roads, and when you see the way the money's spent, it's well worth it. It's just paradise. Fort de Soto. My horizon's going uphill there, isn't it? Never mind. Right, I'll put a bit of a wash of raw sienna. We'll turn my palette around. Usual palette of lemon yellow, alizarin crimson, lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey, and burnt sienna. So I just want a wash of the sienna just to warm the sky and the whole landscape. I'll leave some areas white along here where that whitish sand is. And there are some light clouds, so I'll put those in. Well, I won't paint them in, I'll paint the blue sky around it. Now that breeze could be good because it's been a bit muggy, and it might help to dry the painting, the paper. So whoops, we've got a missing that. I don't know what I've picked up there, might be a bit of a number. Just a gentle brush of colour. Now there's a lot of shadow on this now from the sun is on the left behind some trees in my sister's and brother-in-law's garden. Okay, so you can see the shadows being cast by this lovely tree behind me. This really is a lovely, lovely place to be. It's suburban and all mostly low rise, large bungalows, what we call bungalows in England, Britain, but with lots of space, lots of frontage, lots of front gardens. It's just a beautiful place to be. And with this wonderful autumn temperature, we haven't been in Florida in the summer, but it would be unbearable, I think. We have cousins that live across the road who are Americans. We are living with Americans, around Americans. It's lovely, big part of the scene. And to have a good old cup of tea, look, there you go. Got my painting hat on. My sister, my wife and my brother-in-law all yakking away in the screen room. They have screen rooms here. It keeps the flying insects out, but lets the draft go through, so the windows are not windows, they're mesh screens. I'm just waiting for that to dry off a little bit, so I'm going to have to yak a bit because I want to put some of this in, but I don't want it to spread like the sky. I want it to just behave itself. So I want to put that horizon in, but I don't want it to bleed out. Well, not yet anyway. I was watching one of Alan Owen's videos this morning. He's painting a snow scene. There I am, with the fans going above my head. Yeah, I wasn't very careful there, was I? I could rig up a hairdryer from an electric point, but it does seem a bit over the top with all this lovely breeze. I'll just put in some colour in here, I think. So I'm going to have to use Payne's grey with this, and I'll use some burnt sienna and lemon yellow, of course. But I'll warm it up with a bit of burnt sienna. Right, let's just And as that dries I can go over it with some detail. So there's my get some darker. Up a little bit of light red in there. Can't really see the colours in the shadow here. Bits of grass, scorched sort of grass, sticking up in there. It's just another painting's doing right now. That's good as that there. Right, okay. We can strengthen it up as we go along. But that's where I didn't want to lose it, but I have. I think let's put this colour in. It's supposed to be scorched grass. And darker there. It's going into some shadows. See those crows? That's dark there. Looking for my shadow bits under this grass. And then we've got the lighter. Sienna. That paper's behaving itself. I'm getting more used to it. Just let that dry. I won't do too much. There's lots of detailing in here, but I've got to leave some of it out. I can't put it all in. Easy for sure. Right, I'll let that go for a minute. I've got a swig of my tea. Flatten the paper. This is the sort of time of the day, or the interest to be sitting outside in the gentle breeze, just keeping the temperature down a little bit. Beautiful, fabulous day doing this. We'll probably have a long winter in England. Right, okay. In the house, as you can see, well, behind my board, there are a number of my paintings that I've done over the years here, and across the road where my cousin Fred is, with his lovely wife. Probably about 20-25 paintings between the two houses. A bit blue and a bit of well, it's just a bit darker on here. Let's see if I can get this straight. got some land over there sticking out. I'll put that in a minute. Now I'm going to clean water on the brush. I'm just going to touch underneath, just so that that softens. Could do this with the inch brush, but right, okay, that's still going uphill a bit, isn't it? Oh, well, let's I'm going to put that peninsula in, just sticking out behind those trees. I'll exaggerate a little bit. I remember years ago fishing off a pier along there on a fabulously hot day. More or less, it's just a bit exaggerated, but let's get that in the water a little bit there. Can you moderate your language, please? Right, okay. Let's go back into this bit. It's a bit damp, but but it's green, so I'm going to, but I want a warm green. So burnt umber, lemon yellow and Payne's grey. I'll just put in some of this here. The depth of this shadow in these trees here. There's some mangroves. Put some sienna in there. We want that nice separation between the shadow and the lighter grass, so this is the way I'm doing it. And then we'll put some green. There's plenty of leaves on the trees here, with some oaks and pines and all sorts of. Okay, we really need some stronger bits in there. So I'll put a shadow colour. I can't, the sun's shining on it now. Let's just get this depth in there. Right, let's go into this area now with some dark. So I show the separation between the light grasses and the darker shadow in here. And then we've got all a lot of this. I'll put some green tropical sort of grass. I don't know what any of it's called. And we've got lots of twigs and bracken and bits in the sand. Not quite right there. I've got to put the trunks in. I'm going to paint those in. And we've got some darker bit here coming down here. No rigour with that. Okay, let's put in some of the trees, the branches and trunks. I'm just going to use burnt sienna and a bit of Payne's grey for that. You know, I try to keep away from Payne's grey, but it's a good shortcut. Some darker, warmer bits. Behind all this is the barbecue areas, the park area. It's it's very large. The actual resort is it's called Fort de Soto because that was the last battle on American soil, I believe. Against the Mexicans, I don't know. No, it might have been against the Spanish. But anyway, there is a fort there, a monument, a memorial. I should know more about it. My brother and sister do. But okay, so that's that. I can't. Let's just do some. This is twigs and branches fallen, debris. Right, so far so good. Let's put in some detail in this foreground here. This is like the leaves, the dried leaves that are floating on the edge. Right, now while that's drying off there, I'm just going to go in with my too big. Right, I've got my 1/2 inch flats brush. And this is quite a warm sienna. I'll mix the browns. I'll just put some of these in. I can put shadow on. Let's get some Payne's grey in there. Just touch on this on the side. Oops, it's a bit heavier than that. These are a bit of a feature, these chopped down trees, and I'm going to put some, there were two even, some here. Right, just get some dark on there, some warm dark. Okay, so that shows them. Now back to the rigger now. So nice green. I'll show you. Just the Payne's grey and the lemon yellow. Just show this. There's a lot of water, but you want a lot of thick paint as well. Now some darker ones. So these ones are in shadow. Right, it's just now the sienna, quite strong. It's greeny. Just a bit of reflection in there. No detail in it, but because it's ripply sort of water, let's get some darker stuff in here now. That's putting the detail. Just to give an impression that these are little banks coming down here. And just lots of bits of debris in this lovely sand. Okay, I don't think there's much more I can do with that. Probably a bit warmer in the foreground, I think. So we'll use a bit of sienna. Bit of red. Darker there. I'll use the rigger for this. Just warming up the foreground a little bit. Okay, let's twigs. Oops, too wet. Right, I'm not going to do any more to that. That is it. Put in a couple of points. Okay. Let's excuse me. There's the photograph. That's the photograph. That's my effort of it, as quickly as I could make it. Bit of masking tape. Hold the picture there. Take the clips off. And put the mounts and oops. Got a very rickety easel here. Well, there we are. That's my version of it. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's zoom in so you can see what I've done with those trees. And there's that bit of forest, well, wood. It's just so gorgeous here, especially when the weather's like this. And this is late autumn. We went out to BJ's yesterday, had a lovely shared meal. Some gorgeous craft beers, marvellous. Anybody who thinks that Americans only drink lager, are tasteless, have got it absolutely wrong. They make wonderful beers that are suitable for the temperature. Lovely. And I do like my beer with my cup of tea. Anyway, thanks for watching. Speak to you later. Bye bye.